Hello, it's Damian Lilox. I am going to be making a video today on is masking autism hard and is it good for you or not? I kind of also want to start the video off with I'm also making this because I'm having to mask a lot lately due to some stressful things going on in my life right now, and I want to bring awareness to people because there's some certain situations that I've been through and different situations of being home and such and being at work or in social situations, and just want to bring awareness to some things that could affect other autistic people like myself, that some people do that aren't autistic and they might not know that that is going to affect them. Although, yeah, so I'm sorry, by the way, if I don't make the best video this time because I've been dealing with a lot of stress the past 2 days, and to be quite honest, I have had a lot of mental breakdowns, like meltdowns, shutdowns, and overstimulation to the point of just needing to completely isolate in a dark room with a weighted blanket over me and not go anywhere for a while. And trying to force myself to do things, though, at this point, because that's all I really can't do, and I really need to make videos, so here we go. Trying to make a good video for you guys. Although, so, masking autism. I have had a rough time with this. I was forced to mask my autism at a young age because of my father, and also I was kind of afraid to act different out in public, because whenever I act the way I would normally act, because I have autism, so I have like different things that I do and such, and my father would just hate on me and such and not like me, so I learned to mask those things at a young age and struggle to this day with those things and over masking them, and I need to try to uncover them, I feel like, because I've learned to mask too much, and that's not good. The methods of masking that I have learned to develop are forcing myself into conversation with other people whenever I really don't want to be in a conversation because I just am overstimulated and conversations are just so hard for me, and it's just, I'm trying to like focus, and I'm trying not to focus on the overstimulation. It's just, it just doesn't work. It doesn't. My brain is just like, the whole time. And then, like, I'll be forcing myself not to have breakdowns out in public because I really don't like... I like being autistic, although I don't like other people seeing me as different and such. I don't care if I'm different, although I don't want them to, like, make fun of me because I'm having a breakdown, and I can't control those all the time. So I try to whenever I'm in public, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and if I don't mask it, I'm like freaking out even more the whole time because I feel so embarrassed and it's just awful. So like I try to mask it in public whenever I'm overstimulated and about to have a breakdown, and sometimes it doesn't work, so I just go to the bathroom and take some decompression breaths, or I'll go to the car and just wait there until everyone's done shopping and doing what they need to do. Although there are times whenever I'm shopping alone where I just literally have to stop and go and just leave and not buy anything because I just can't do anything. And then also, it's really hard for me to talk to strangers, so I force myself into conversation with new people. I don't dislike meeting new people, but I really don't like it because I'm very antisocial and awkward and shy, and I get embarrassed easily, and I'm goofy, so that embarrasses me. So, like, yeah, I like making friends and such. It's just, it's so awkward. It's being antisocial and introvert and just, and then having to tell people, like, hey, don't touch me, Because if you touch me, I may start shaking and I may fall on the floor. And that's not good. So, hey, please don't touch me. I'm sorry. Although, like, there's other things that, like, you have to say when it comes to being autistic and meeting new people and having friends and such. Like, it's so stressful and taxing. Although it's rewarding. And then I also have to force myself to ask for help because I'm very independent, so I don't really like to ask for help, and I have numbers of medical issues. And I suffer from numbers of mental health issues too, that sometimes I can't help myself and I need help. Especially when I'm having a mental breakdown or I am shutting down. I need help. And I sometimes don't know how to ask. And then sometimes I, like, have to force myself and just be like, hey, help, or, like, just say help, or just say the name of someone. Most of the time, most people that I ask for help are people that know that if I just say their name, that I need help. So, at least that. And then, I really have a hard time empathizing with some people, like, with people sometimes, because I'm not unempathetic. I really care about people. People really, like, mean dearly to me, although it's hard for me to sometimes, whenever I'm just so overstimulated and about to shut down fully, it's really hard for me to empathize with others on their emotions and such. So I'll really try, and I'll be like, hey, I'm sorry you feel this way. Let me know if there's something I can do. Like, I'll do the bare minimum, because that's all I can do at the time. Although, I'm still at least showing empathy at some level. And then I have other methods, although that's a long video that I could do, and I don't want to do that. I'm too overstimulated already, which is why I'm all moving and such. So, yeah. I got the weighted blanket, because I started getting overstimulated, like I said. So I got the weighted blanket to help calm me down a little bit while I make this video. So another thing that I really, really want to go over is a lot of times when people have autism and they go to work and there's coworkers or such that are touchy, come up and, like, help you out with something and then, like, kind of be in your personal space and touch you a little bit. For me, some days I can be fine. Like, 1 second I'll be fine with it, and maybe the next second I get too overstimulated, and I could all of a sudden just collapse to the floor shaking. Because with my autism, it's so much to just be lightly touched causes so much overstimulation for me. Especially when I don't trust you enough. If I'm overstimulated, I don't want to be touched by someone that I don't trust. And most of the time, the only person that can touch me without permission is my significant other. Which I feel bad for, because my mom can't even hug me. And I know she understands, but I still feel bad for that. Although, seriously, I wish people would stop touching coworkers, even if they don't seem like they have autism. Like, you might not know. Not everyone thought people don't think I have autism just by meeting me, because I do so well masking my autism, because I was taught to, because my father. I couldn't let myself be fully myself until he left, and then I could finally be myself. And it was so hard masking that. Also, whenever people sometimes that are autistic get overstimulated, like myself, I have seizures. I have a seizure disorder. It's not epilepsy, although it is a seizure disorder, and it does happen, and I lose consciousness, and I have all kinds. Sometimes when people get overstimulated, they can have seizures if they have autism. So please be aware of those signs and try to calm them down with low stimulation and calming music, meditation, such like that, stimulus toys, things like that. Try not to touch them at all though when you do hand them things. Maybe put it right in front of them so they can grab it themselves so you guys don't have a chance of touching. Things like that. That can help so much. Also, a neat trick that I've been using for my seizures that my boyfriend taught me is I do this. It kind of helps center yourself. I do this and I take deep breaths. It doesn't help 100%. I do still sometimes have seizures, although it can help whenever you're overstimulated to prevent you from having a seizure. Masking is really hard and yet needed sometimes. I would love to be a social worker one day for other autistic people, especially children, and I'm gonna have to mask myself. I'm gonna have to put myself in unwanted situations because they're needed for that job due to my autism. I'm gonna have to. And that's okay. That's a time when masking is a good thing. Masking isn't a good thing all the time though. Although I do ask one thing, and I've said this a few times out of this whole entire video, is please understand not everyone can be spotted who's autistic just by looking at them. If we all of a sudden unmask ourselves and have a mental breakdown or shut down or anything, please don't make fun of us. Please don't be mean. We are trying our best, and we went to the highest extent that we could go. Although that's my video on, is masking for autistic people a good thing or not, and is it hard? I hope you guys liked this video. If you do, please subscribe, hit that like, and if you really want more videos, click that bell for more notifications whenever I post. Also, I do have a Facebook, I do have a Twitter, and I do have a Twitch account. I've not used Twitch yet, although I will be using in the future if I get enough subscribers and followers. So be on a lookout for those things coming up. If you want to stay up to speed on any news and such, on LGBT, on just things that could help other people out, I sometimes will post that on Facebook and Twitter. I also will be posting sneak previews of my next videos on there too every week. So if you want to go check that stuff out, the links are on my channel. I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you. Bye.